We're back at it one more again, the Division Podcast.
Shout out to the Division.
The Division.
I'm Ryan G, your moderator.
I'm Pher.
And I'm Mr. Taylor.
If y'all notice, we missing one this evening, Reggie F. Baby, so it's going to be a little bit quieter up in here this afternoon.
Shout out to Reggie F. Baby.
A little less conflict.
Yeah, you know.
Less argument.
But he'll be up in here next week. Saints talk ain't going to be that long, Reggie F. You ain't here. We don't know.
He might be ducking this LSU beatdown talk.
Yeah, see, that's true, too. I had thought about that. I had thought about that.
Shout out to Reggie F. Baby.
Shout out, man. How was y'all weekend, fellas?
Good, chill.
It was good.
Football field, you know.
Yeah, checking out football. We more than halfway through the season. Fantasy. Me and Pher had a fantasy matchup this weekend.
Yeah, he took that.
Demolish him.
Get on, man. DK Metcalf saved the day.
Thank you,
Saved the
DK.
day. Running all over them boys out there like a robot or something.
Might be a fantasy stud right
I did
there.
pretty good in fantasy this week.
Yeah, because we both know, Waylon, me and your teams, that's all we got to look forward to is fantasy. Pretty much for the most part. But let's get into these scores, man. Scores from the NFL this Sunday. We had the Raiders over the Browns, 16-6. We had the Bengals, Joe Burrow.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly, beating the Tennessee Titans, 31-20. Joe Burrow's looking very, very good. We got the Buffalo Bills beating the Patriots 24-21. We're going to get into that a little bit later on. We got the Colts over the Lions 41-21. We got the Kansas City Chiefs 35-9 over the Jets. That was pretty much expected. Mahomes had a day.
They beat the spread, too.
Pittsburgh 28. Baltimore 24.
Big game right there.
We're going to get into that a little bit more. We had the Vikings beating the Packers 28-22. You had the Dolphins, Tua debut, 28-17 over the Rams. No, but they had juice. We'll get into that later. The Denver Broncos over the Chargers, 31-30. Right there at the end, Denver went ahead and took it. You had the Saints in overtime beating the Chicago Bears 26-23. You had Seattle beating San Francisco 49ers that looked like a mash unit, 37-27. And you had the Eagles straight beating up on my Cowboys, 23-9. And then you also had the Monday night game, which probably for fantasy purposes for a lot of folks you had.
It was a better game than what we thought.
It was a whole lot better.
It was a better game we thought it would be.
Bucks 25, Giants 23.
Giants actually blew a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, they had chances. Danny Dimes just
They've been blowing opportunities all year, though, the Giants.
But they'll be better.
They've been blowing opportunities like crazy.
So let's get into these Pats, Mr. Waylon. Your Pats, they took a tough L this weekend. Let's get into
division rival.
Well, I mean, just like it been all year, we've been in the hunt, in good games, against good teams, and bad quarterback play, and it will cost you at the end of the day.
Can't find a way to win the game.
We was in position to at least kick a field goal and go to overtime. And Cam Newton fumbled on the 10-yard line.
Yes, he did.
So, I mean, he made some costly errors the week before that. The week before that, we had Hoyer making mistakes. And it was just one mistake after another one at the quarterback position. And it's costing us.
Y'all had a chance to win that game.
You see, I'm in my TB12
You're missing
jersey
time,
today. And I'm representing because they got a big game this week. Taking over their division. So, shout out to Tom, the GOAT.
Oh, so you going for Tom this week? Oh, my God.
I'm rolling with Tom, man. I mean,
You should have ran with Tom to
man.
Tampa
Tom been my
Bay.
quarterback a long time, man. He the GOAT.
So you wait till week 9, week 10.
I still get to wear this jersey because he the GOAT. If he'd just been some other quarterback he left,
you wear something
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
You wear something you a fan of.
We talking
you
the GOAT.
You wear something you a fan of. You
We
don't
talking
just put
the
on
GOAT.
nothing. Nah,
well, I'm still in my Patriots gear.
Nah,
yeah. But it really was a really good game. And I know everybody that watched it would agree.
Yeah, it was
Didn't think it'd be as competitive as it was, but I mean, we just horrible at the quarterback position. And when you don't have a leader, at least somebody that could take care of the ball. I think Cam threw for about 174 yards.
Cam didn't play well at all.
Yeah, so no passing touchdown. We had a bright spot. Damian Harris ran for over 100 yards in a touchdown, but got a notification he might be injured for this week. So
Yeah, I just saw that.
So I got a question. You think y'all should switch the quarterback? Go back with the young guy?
I heard Stidham was getting reps this week.
We need to hold steady, Keep everybody
Like you say,
healthy. We shop some pieces before the trade deadline, Gilmore, and try to get some pieces.
Try to send Gilmore to the Raiders.
Well, we just trying to. We seen who was willing
pass, huh?
to make a deal. It was a first round pick and a player we were looking for. So, I mean, we're gonna be back, man. Like I said, you weather the storm, you bounce back, and everybody ain't able to go create a team. So, shout out to Tom.
So y'all record is now.
We sitting at 2-5, 2-5. But hey, look, we win that game yesterday. We beat the Dolphins. We'd had the head-to-head against the Bills all after that, and we'd be in good position. But that was a tough loss.
Would be
tough loss. I mean, that's why I say it's a tough loss.
For the first time in a long time, y'all probably ain't gonna win that AFC East. Ain't no probably to it.
They might not even come in second place.
You got Buffalo and Miami.
Miami winning.
Miami playing good ball.
Man,
I got you. But that's what's going on in New England. So, we got a big game coming up this week.
All y'all games, big games from now on. Y'all got to win them all.
Well, I don't know, man. We playing the Jets, but I don't know if
division?
A lot of big games the rest of the way. And might I add,
I heard the Jets might be playing Flacco.
For the viewers, I hope so. For the viewers, we did officially have the toughest schedule coming into the season because Tom announced late that he was going to be leaving. So they actually had us up against everybody.
Oh, so maybe Tom didn't want to play them opponents, maybe.
And to be honest with y'all did have all the guys that didn't play due to COVID.
Yeah, we lost all 8 players to COVID.
Reggie F said
Patrick
one player. Y'all lost like
Marquise
11.
Lee,
LSU too.
Brandon Bolden.
LSU too. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, so since somebody doesn't want to hear it, we want to hear about what happened to your Ravens. That's what we want to hear. What happened?
28-24. Biggest rival probably in football, still going. We fell short to the Steelers. Turned over the ball too much. Lamar first pass was like a pick six. And from there, you're just playing catch up. And we don't want to be playing catch up because we like to control the pace. We like to run the ball.
Yeah, y'all had y'all chances late.
Yeah, we did. But, I mean, it's late. It was too late at that time.
Yeah, the hole already.
So Lamar had 2 interceptions. Matter of fact, at that. No, I just don't like to play comeback.
They had a drive at the end where they could have made some noise.
Yeah, I just don't
game.
like that.
It's always a close game.
It is. What is it
always within like 7 points or 4 points or something?
Yeah, it's always a defensive game between the two.
Smash mouth.
But yeah, man, during the game, I think you got a graphic for that. Hollywood Brown wasn't too happy with the
he wasn't happy
with the outcome
at all, man.
He a big player.
Yeah, 2 targets. He granted he did have a touchdown. It was only on a goal line play, a 3-yard pass. So
what's the point of having soldiers when you never use them? Never. He stressed the never on that.
Yeah, he just.
What he trying to say? Lamar can't throw the ball?
He trying to say Lamar ain't accurate.
He trying to say he had nothing less than 6
Lamar?
targets.
Is that about the play calling?
He had nothing less than 6 targets every game prior to this one, and that's all it was. It felt different to only have 2.
Well,
so get this man just get this man the ball. At least try to get him the ball 6 times a game.
He was a big asset for y'all last year.
Yeah, he still is though.
All we got
to do is put him in the game early. Come out, and try to throw him a little screen ahead. Let him get in the open field, make him plays. Let him get his rhythm going, and feed him the ball at least 6 times a game, like we've been doing, and we'll be all right.
I got Hollywood on my fantasy team, and I was looking to trade him because they just ain't using
him.
They are using him.
Do you believe it's the MVP's fault, or maybe he's regressed a little bit, or maybe they've kind of caught on to what Lamar likes to do, or he's just hitting the wall right now?
No, man. I mean, we still playing. We only lost to the undefeated Steelers. We lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. So we still
y'all
playing.
Still in there.
Yeah, we
but
still
them the
playing
teams you're gonna have to beat.
I understand.
Them the teams you're gonna have to beat.
These what we learn at though. These what we learn. You're not gonna beat the Steelers throwing to your best receiver 2 times.
Like
yeah, exactly. You're not gonna beat the Steelers throwing to your best receiver 2 times. You gotta give them playmakers the ball. Period.
I want to see Lamar throw for more than 200 yards.
Well, you just need to take some pressure. Lamar got to start taking some pressure off of the play calling because it's whatever the play design for. If it ain't there, then he ready to run. and you got to make a read.
So let me read some stats. We did run the ball pretty well. J.K. Dobbins had 15 carries, 113 yards. Gus Edwards had 16 carries, 87 yards. Yep. Lamar had 16 carries for 65 yards. So we ran the ball well.
Y'all run the ball.
As far as passing, Willie Snead had 5 catches for 136 yards. And everybody under that had less than three catches. So
Snead actually had a good day.
Yeah.
So, I remember Snead caught one across the middle, big long one. But I mean, like you say, if you running the ball that good and you struggling, that's saying something.
So
you must can't throw it whenever it matters.
I guess Brown just want him to stretch the field. I guess he just want him to go ahead and stretch the field.
13 completions
that's
from
AB
Lamar
Cousins.
Jackson. 13 for 28, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. And that's
AB Cousin. He got them genes in him. He got that speed in him.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Long story short, we'll be all right.
Well, speaking of long story short, because I'm going to keep this very short. Cowboys lost.
We want to be short now.
23-9. Cool. The only high spot I could say is Stephon Diggs' little brother. I believe he had 3 picks in the game. Carson Wentz didn't show me really nothing. You're playing a bad team.
Y'all had 3 picks and y'all lost?
Cool. Yeah, pretty much. Because we had
Carson Wentz, they banged up too. Miles Sanders not there. Come on, don't give me that.
Oh, but Carson Wentz been playing.
Deflect.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. I'm not the only one saying that. It's a lot of analysts saying Carson Wentz ain't playing up to par. He's playing down to the level of his competition.
We're not talking about Carson Wentz. This is not about Carson
Wentz.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Ben DiNucci. I'm going to talk about Ben DiNucci. That's what I'm going to talk about
right there. Did he impress you?
He ain't even playing this week.
Did he impress you?
Hell no. What you think he did? He impressed me. He ain't even playing this week. No. We got Cooper Rush and some other cat we went signed from off the street.
So is he not playing due to health issues or he just was
Jerry said the moment was too big for him. And you could tell the moment was too big for him.
So who picked him up? Who's y'all general manager?
Y'all can't go nowhere.
But he was a 7th-round pick.
Jerry Jones?
He was a 7th-round pick, Waylon.
Who?
If y'all have to go play y'all 7th-round pick right now, we're going to see how you going to do out there. Rookie, fresh out the gate, still wet behind the ears and all that. Come on, man.
Oh, my.
Y'all got Stidham, and Stidham never got in the game, and Stidham was a 4th-round pick.
Man, last year we was winning with Jacoby Brissett and all kind of people.
Yeah, but that's more talented than Ben DiNucci.
I'm talking about rookie quarterback.
DiNucci.
We talking rookie
Say it with me. DiNucci.
Man, Minshew came in last.
Did you hear about DiNucci last year in college?
Don't call him DiNucci. Call him Jerry Jones draft pick.
Jerry Jones draft pick. He drafted him in the 7th round.
That's what we're going to call him. Jerry Jones draft pick.
Anyway, because our quarterback is not there.
Which one? Who? Which one?
We're pretty much tanking the season, it looks like to me. And it seemed like we trying to go after Trevor or Justin Fields.
Nah.
If we were drafting right now, we'd be drafting
Rumor report.
Y'all look like y'all tanking? Are y'all trying to win?
No,
y'all just
ain't no
not
looking
winning?
like we tanking. No, we're
y'all
tanking.
Not tanking, man.
We traded everybody.
Bruh, since when the America's team tank, man? What's going on?
To get a quarterback.
Rumor report.
To get a quarterback.
No,
what rumor report? We drafting 5th. You don't
listen,
think if we got Justin Fields up there, we ain't going to draft him?
Did
if
Jerry
y'all would have
Jones come
paid
out
y'all
and say
quarterback, y'all would have knew who was coming back next year. Now y'all got a tank. Now y'all see what y'all do yourselves?
Man, that's
Jerry
smart,
Jones
man.
didn't say y'all was tanking. So
of course, he ain't gonna say you're tanking. Nobody says that you're
Y'all not
tanking.
tanking.
Miami
Steven
tanked
Jones-
last year to go
Steven
get
Jones
Tua.
said either.
Y'all ain't tanking.
Y'all tanking too, Waylon.
We not tanking.
Yeah, you're
trying to win
tanking.
games.
We trying to win games. Look at that game.
There was
You
a
think-
turnover
was that
away
a
from
tank?
winning.
Was
Or
that
at
a
least
tank?
going-
Bill
Go back and
don't
look at the
look
Kansas City
worried
game. Was that a
at
tank?
all. Bill don't look worried. He gave Cam $500,000. Like, look, go do your best. Go do
sit
your best.
down
Bill ain't sweating it. Boy.
Cam ain't taking
Bill
advantage.
Bill
Cam
went go
not taking
fishing after
advantage
the
of his
game.
opportunity.
Bill went go fishing after the game. He ain't
Them
stunting
Cowboys
that.
tanking. I ain't never thought I'd hear that in the same sentence. The Cowboys and tanking.
Yeah, they tanking, bro.
Wow.
That's all I can say to that. To all my Cowboy fans
not America's
out there.
team.
Hey,
Not
American
the
team.
with how many Super Bowls y'all got? That y'all like to say how many Super Bowls?
Okay, Pher.
Woo.
Saints.
From playoffs to tanking.
Reggie F. Baby, he ain't here for his analysis or whatnot. So we gonna get into the Saints. They won in overtime.
Well, we got another Saints fan in here.
Yeah,
we got
26-23.
We got one that's half and half.
We held it down.
Well, let's get into
New
it then.
Orleans
We got a half
got the
and
dub
halfer.
over Chicago, which was a big win because everybody not playing. No Sanders,
shoulda lost
no
that game.
Thomas. We won it.
Tell the real deal.
No Thomas, no Sanders. No Callaway, who had a breakout game the game prior to this one.
That Drew Brees threw a lot of them little passes.
Oh, yeah.
He can throw them little passes.
Hey, and you know what?
Accurate.
Nothing wrong with that.
That boy can throw them little
Because
passes.
at the end of the day, that man is great, and he knows what he's
Nickel
doing.
and dime you, boy. Nickel and dime you to death.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Hey,
I know Dallas wish they had a nickel and dime for sure.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
we
I'll
sure
take
do,
it too.
bro.
Oh, I know.
I'll take it right
I
about
take
now.
a nickel and dime all day right now.
Yes, indeed.
Get the job done, man. And you know what? They talk about Brees' arm all the time. For some reason, that's the big topic this year. But we forget how efficient this man is. 10
Man, y'all better be
incompletions is
glad
a
y'all
bad
paid
game for
Kamara.
Brees.
Kamara is toting the team.
10
Yeah, he
incompletions is
is.
a bad game for Brees, and that's a lot. That says a lot, man. Efficiency, just be efficient. No mistakes, efficient.
When y'all need a big
and
play,
you be all right.
when y'all need a big play, Kamara is there.
And that's what you get the money for. He got paid. Play like you got paid, man. We know the caliber type of player you are. Go ahead and do that.
Kamara was 6 straight games over 100 yards from scrimmage. Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's been helping carry the team since Michael Thomas ain't been there. But I heard Thomas coming back this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they receiving core was on what, 3rd strings and 4th strings. No Thomas, no Sanders. You get all that back, and you keep Kamara fresh. I like the rotation between Murray and Kamara a lot. It's perfect.
For real?
It's perfect. Oh yeah, because I mean, you get Murray in there,
Decent
go
team.
between them tackles, and then you get Kamara in there who can
I don't
catch,
see what Murray be
screen.
doing.
Man, Murray is a
He don't
between
be
the
doing
tackle
nothing to
running
me.
back. He don't have to be running for 100-some yards. Go
He
out
don't
there
be
on,
doing nothing close to that.
get out there,
Just
on
handing
them,
y'all business on first.
get
Just
out
go
there
out
on
there
them
and
3rd
execute.
shots and go between the tackles for me. Go between the tackles. Saints gonna be all right.
Well, they got
Like
a big game
always.
this weekend. They got a big
Is
game
Michael
this
Thomas
weekend.
back yet?
Should be.
They said he coming back this weekend.
Should be.
And he'll be just in time for Brady and the Bucs.
He took enough anger management
Hey,
classes.
did we already handle that?
Now, these
Y'all
right
forgot?
here, these are the stats right here. You got your
Tom
first
back on top.
First all-time in passing yards, second all-time in passing yards. You got your second all-time in touchdowns with Breeze, first all-time in touchdowns with Brady. You just got Hall of Famers all over the place.
Keep
when
going,
it
keep
comes
reading,
to-
because it get a little
What the
out of hand right here.
completions? Breeze, first all-time in completions, and you got Tom, second all-time in completions.
Man, don't be reading all that. How many championships they got?
Here we go.
That's on them.
Here we go.
How many championships they
I
got
just
on
know
them? How
one
many?
thing.
Say it with your
How
chest.
many
I
championship?
know one thing.
Fur don't like
conference
rings.
championships
Fur
and
don't like
MVPs.
rings.
You
Bro,
give
man,
Breeze a
get
top
that
10
thing off
defense
of
like
them.
you give Brady, I bet it changed
Get
around.
that
but
thing off of
Fur
there
like
unless you got a
stats.
real graphic.
You see how happy Fur
Man,
got
that
when
ain't
I
even
put
no
them stats up
comparison.
there?
Stats don't lie.
I put them
That
stats
ain't even
up
no
there.
Hey, your
comparison.
stats don't lie.
On no goat.
Your stats don't lie.
Man, y'all
Them numbers
better
ain't
get to
lying
the
out
next
there.
topic.
It's gonna be a good game.
Numbers ain't
It's
lying.
gonna be a good game. But let's get into it, man.
Get on.
Our first topic we're gonna get into Tom Brady. Like we said, they're playing the Saints this weekend. They
Since we
signed
talking
AB.
Tom,
Are they a
just
Super
so
Bowl
everybody
contender?
know about the Antonio Brown acquisition, he been reinstated a couple days ago.
Yeah.
His first day of practice was yesterday, and the coach sounded like he just as happy as a schoolgirl.
And AB sound like he kind of got his head together. He's staying at Tom's house. Matter of fact, Tom got a roommate.
Yeah.
All it
He's
is
staying
with
at Tom's house.
AB
They,
was
they played
never-
one game in New England together,
Yeah,
and he
he
scored a
went-
touchdown,
exactly. Yeah.
few completions, and looked real good.
Hey,
I know they've been working off season.
AB thing was never a talent problem, man.
They
It
say he
was
worked hard
everything
too
else.
at practice.
It was everything else, man.
wanted to practice. He
Talent
a
was never a
practicer.
question. So as long as that man is focused and ready to go, it's
And he got
scary for
somebody.
anybody.
And he got somebody that can get him the ball
Yeah, it's scary for anybody. So
underneath
That's
and
it.
down the field.
And right
Wow.
now, everybody loving
There
the
you go,
Bucs
take a
right
shot.
now. You got
There you
Marcus
go.
Spears from Get Up on ESPN saying right
you
now the MVP of the NFL is Tom Brady. You got
why
him
though?
saying that.
Why the Saints beat him already?
You got Stephen
know.
A. Smith said the Tampa Bay Bucs are going to the Super Bowl.
They gotta beat the Saints at least one time.
You
I'ma
got
tell you,
Willie
man.
McGinnis, former Patriot, the best team in the NFC right now, and they're still getting better.
Then they getting better.
So what do y'all think about
And
that?
I'ma
Are
tell you-
Tampa
I
Bay
just-
prohibited
I
to
just
go
gotta say they gotta
to
beat the
Super Bowl?
Saints this weekend.
I'm gonna say this.
They gotta beat the Saints this weekend. They lost to the Saints.
As much as I like all of that, that defense may be a little more impressive. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
that
that defense
Devin
is
White is
official.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
Defense
and
is official.
and the
He
David,
is all over.
Levante David
Yeah,
is
Levante
just as
David.
good.
Yep.
Then
They
you got
both almost 10 tackles a game apiece.
Yeah.
Then you got
And
Sue on the
between-
line.
You got Sue on the line. You
Yeah.
got JPP. coming off the edge, and the secondary with Antoine Winfield Jr.
Mm-hmm. You got names. You got names.
I just know one thing.
I ain't no big Bucs fan, but
I
I like what they're doing on both sides of the ball.
They got to beat the Saints.
They got to beat the Saints, but
are they Super Bowl favorites?
What you mean to get to the Super Bowl?
Nope.
Like if you had to pick right now,
I was even before the season started. I had the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I know they're gonna have to. I think they got to go through the Seahawks, but with this acquisition, it's I don't know if it's the tipping point, but
yeah, we'll see.
It's a big deal.
Getting AB was big. It was big in my opinion because if he got his head right, you got Godwin, you got Evans, you got Gronk, you got AB, you got Ronald Jones, you got Fournette.
Fournette, they getting him more involved and look like he starting to speed up a little bit because he was moving slow.
We're gonna see after this.
Him and Gronk. Gronk came out there looking slow too, and that Gronk Tom combination coming back.
Yeah,
that's gonna open everybody up.
So all I hear is cries of "I miss you."
If I had to pick right now,
oh man, don't get me started.
All I hear is cries of "I miss you." I miss you so much.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That was my quarterback for a long time.
All in my heart. We miss you, man.
I miss you, man.
You see, you got that old Patriot Tom on. Oh yeah, that's deep.
And y'all ain't see him yesterday. He had another one on yesterday too.
Let's put the camera on him just to let everybody see.
I used to be a Steve Young guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
You see it with the Patriot cap on, everything good to go.
Oh man, go sit down, man. Get it on.
Oh Lord. Well, speaking of Patriot, we're gonna stay on that.
You're Belichick. Go change that name to Belichick.
I'm gonna tell you this: go Bucs this weekend.
Oh yeah, all day.
That's what it is.
I know y'all got to do your job. I understand.
Well, somebody had brought up a topic that they wanted to discuss. With Tom having left the Patriots and where Bill is at right now, because you had a lot of discussion on who was who. Well, was it Bill or was it Tom? Was it the chicken or the egg? Well, I had to go find some stats for this.
But I'm the one that likes stats, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get that. I'm the one that likes stats.
This for the audience. This ain't even up to date.
No, this is some truth. This is not for no audience. This is a fact.
This ain't even up to date.
Yeah, this is up to date. This is up to date. Bill Belichick with Brady as the starting quarterback is 224 and 66. Bill with any other starting quarterback is 51 and 66.
Tom been there for 20 years.
So
but if this trend keep going.
So the question is,
that number bad.
And they had brought this up on First Take. Is it legitimate for us to right now ask if he's still the best coach in the NFL?
No.
Wow.
So that's what we gonna ask.
Wow.
No. I mean,
no, he's not.
It's up for debate.
He's not.
So let me talk. Okay, hold on. And let me tell you, I'm glad we record and we save these podcasts.
I'm gonna give you your camera.
I'm looking at. Put it over here. I'm glad we saved these podcasts and they in the records because y'all here. Last year saying the exact opposite of Tom ain't got it no more. Look in the Super Bowl against the Rams. Last 2 years of the playoffs hadn't threw a touchdown. This and that, and it's all Tom. But now.
But you see,
maybe
I would encourage everybody to go back and look at some of the old
when you
podcasts.
Get new information, your opinion is able to change.
Exactly.
Tom wanted to go get some warm weather. They didn't want to pay
He's just a fair weather bandwagon.
I ain't bandwagon
hop on
nothing.
anything that's hot.
I'm for neither one.
I'm for neither one.
But my point is this: is like he left.
He could adapt.
He got weapons.
Belichick can't.
He was asking Bill to get him weapons. He didn't. He went where they had weapons, and Tom looked a lot better than what he looked in that New England offense. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
But listen,
great people
okay, well look, everybody ain't realizing we went and got Antonio Brown. We went and rehabbed Josh Gordon, and we brought in other running backs, and we tried, and the stuff didn't work out.
Yeah,
they had Antonio Brown went to the Raiders. He went. He was still playing for the Steelers, and as soon as he gets to the Patriots, that's when they want to go digging into his pants. It's just a bunch of hating going on.
Well,
Gronk retired. He want to come back from shaking his butt somewhere after 2 years. Go play for the Bucs. You could have come back last year when we had Antonio Brown.
Well, let me bring up something that Rex Ryan said.
It might be Belichick. Everybody leaving and coming back and doing the same thing.
But then you go and look at the longevity of the winning.
Rex Ryan this past Sunday on the pregame show said it just shows almost that the greatest player in the game has a hell of a lot bigger impact than the greatest coach in the game.
I agree with that.
What's your thoughts on that?
And when you look at the quarterback play from our last 3 losses, we got that just they gave them the game.
That was quarterback play.
That's 3 quarters. I mean, it's just one position that just cost us.
I think
Sometimes
Bill
it's
is still a
special
good
teams.
coach, but you got to have
Sometimes
time.
I just think Brady more valuable than Belichick at this point.
I think all players are more valuable than the coach.
No, not really.
Oh yeah, all players are more valuable than the coach.
Man,
if you got the player, that
you
helps make the
saying
coach.
that, but then I got a lot of Peyton Manning fans that say if Peyton would have had Bill all them years, it would have been flip flop. Peyton be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, we could if all the time, but we talking about what's right now.
Because Bill would have
like Brady more valuable than Belichick.
The difference between Peyton and Tom through the 2000s was Bill Belichick.
It was not.
And the one year he got Tony Dungy. The one year he got Tony Dungy.
Ain't never had a defense like Brady ever.
No, and when he got Tony Dungy,
this man was throwing 50 touchdowns a year and still couldn't win nothing.
And you think that ain't coaching?
Peyton Manning had Bob Sanders.
I'm talking about stopping
when
somebody.
Tony Dungy came from the Bucs and when he created the defense in the Colts, they won a championship. So
But he ain't never had a defense like what Brady had. The Patriots were predicated on defense. Bill
Julius
defensive mastermind.
Man, when they had Dwight Freeney and Bob Sanders and man, get out of here.
Dwight Freeney and Bob Sanders.
They won a Super Bowl.
Lawyer Malloy. You had the dude who's commentating on TV
and
right
that's
now.
Belichick then. Why you naming people that ain't Tom Brady? So you were crediting Bill Belichick.
No, we're crediting the defense.
Yeah, the defense.
Bill Belichick coached the defense through the 2000s.
Man.
But he had players.
We telling you players are more valuable than the coaches. That's what we're telling you.
If you got the players, your scheme's going to work because he got the players.
Is the coach out there coaching the air?
No, he not.
So what are we talking about?
But you need them caliber players that can make the difference.
The example is, look what he's doing with his same defensive schemes he's probably been using for 20 years with the defense he has now.
Exactly.
With these players. And it ain't working. When he had players,
how it ain't working and we almost winning games.
Almost don't count. We're not doing that.
No way.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't do that. No, we don't
what
do that.
y'all doing ain't working. We in games and we competing.
But you see,
we got
a
fumble on the 10-yard line.
In the NFL
be real with you said. We got a fumble on the 10-yard line. Yeah. We got Hoyer dropped the ball for halftime and after halftime to go up on the game.
So
2 fumbles before halftime to run the clock.
Since we doing the ifs, if y'all had Brady, would it be the same? Yes or no?
No, it wouldn't be the same.
All right,
because Tom know to throw the ball away.
That's all we saying. That's all we saying. It's not the coach.
That ain't
it's
coaching.
The player.
That ain't no knock on no coach though.
Yeah, well, it's a knock, man, because you don't treat Cam Newton like you treat Tom Brady.
You put a man in position. Cam Newton has probably the most rushes out of any active quarterback, and he fumbled. We put it in his hands, and he fumbled on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I understand, but you talking about one play.
And that's the coach.
Y'all run 100 plays a game. We can't
that
focus
was
on
to
that
win
one play.
The game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on now.
I don't know. I just don't think that it'd be the same result.
Yeah, it's a lot of people giving Bill a lot of flack.
As he
don't deserve it
yes,
because
he does.
we competing. We played a better game against the Chiefs than y'all did.
I understand.
And you the big Ravens.
One player should not change this like this.
Why not?
Because he's a great coach.
But what about Hightower? See, that's why I missed Reg last week. Because when you say one player, what about Hightower that's opted out for COVID, and Patrick Chung, and Marquise Lee, and Brandon Bolden, and Marcus Cannon on our line?
Hey.
All these are starters that opted out.
And
8 starters that opt out before week 1, and everybody saying it's just Tom. He's just missing one guy.
Because
get off of Bill.
I ain't never said that.
Get off of Bill. Yeah, you did. You just said rewind.
You gotta win.
I just said y'all missed 11 players off of COVID. I said that.
Man, get out of here.
Everybody
giving Bill
I'm
a hard
just saying
time.
Belichick ain't changing nothing with the caliber players he have, and that's not gonna work.
Man, let me tell you
change your schemes up. Change your defense. You ain't got Hightower.
2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, week 4 last, Tom Newell was about to lose that game until the defense called a pick 6, and Devin White went for 15 tackles and a sack.
But these are things that happen.
That ain't nothing Tom got to do with Tom.
Okay, so all that winning ain't had nothing to do with Tom.
No,
okay,
he
all that winning had
if the defense ain't doing their job, Tom ain't gonna win a game.
But that's Belichick's job. He's the defensive guru, though. That's
why
the point.
Why you say he's not responsible for Lawyer Malloy being out there in his place?
Man, he's responsible for still coaching, though.
He don't have the talent, and now he looking average.
He still got a coach. I don't care who you got out there.
Now he don't have the talent, and he
looking average. Y'all going in circles with y'allself.
Didn't you tell us he calling the defensive players
now? Y'all
now?
going in circles with y'allself.
Come on, man.
Then how is this about Bill then?
When you got Hall of Fame
if he's such a good coach,
it can make you look great.
Your
when you
players
don't
better.
have it, you
put
look
your players
regular.
in position. If you're such a good coach,
put them in position to what? Say it.
Succeed.
To win.
Succeed.
To win.
Yes.
So the last 3 weeks we're in position to win. We lost to the Seahawks on the 1 yard line. Come on, bro.
The whole game.
The great Seattle Seahawks on the 1 yard line.
One play. No, that
The
don't go like
5-2
that,
Buffalo Bills on the 1 yard, on the 10 yard line.
Well, that's enough about
The
Bill.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I just know
Somebody
one thing. I
defensive
know one
over
thing.
there. Let's move it on,
That player
fellas.
more valuable than that coach.
Come on, man.
Let's
Y'all
move
know
it
better.
on. Let's get into our league leaders. We got to get into the league leaders real quick. Passing, leading the NFL in passing right now. You got Matt Ryan, 24-62. Patrick Mahomes, 23-15. Joe Burrow still in third, 22-72.
Rookie of the year.
Tom Brady, 21-89.
Joe Burrow look
and
nice.
Josh
Rookie of the year.
Allen,
I'll take Joe Burrow.
21-72. Your rushing leaders, your top three. Derrick Henry, 775. Dalvin Cook,
Dalvin Cook had a day this weekend.
Yeah, he made himself
652.
rushing leader this week.
And Clyde.
And he went to sleep this weekend. I don't know where he was at.
I think that might be the.
I think that Bell effect right there.
Yeah,
Bell didn't
yeah. I
do
was
much
about
either.
to say that.
Nah, but
I was
them
about to
He
touches-
say
didn't
that.
even take a lot of touches.
But the snaps changed.
Receiving, you had you got DeAndre Hopkins leading the league in receiving yards, 704. Stephon Diggs, 695. You got Robbie Anderson, 688. DK Metcalf, my dog, 680, and Calvin Ridley, 657. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not.
Buck it on, bro.
I'm just
you
saying,
gonna get your
man.
DK Metcalf jersey now?
Fantasy
Dog.
The boy is
studs.
good, and we pass on him with N'Keal Harry.
That's why he's my dog. That was a Bill decision too, but I leave that alone.
Yeah, we digress.
Man, that's who Tom.
Dalvin Cook, he was a stud. He had 163 rushing yards. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 receptions for 63 yards, and a receiving touchdown. DK Metcalf, 12 receptions,
That Pat
161, and
Mahomes
2
came through
touchdowns.
clutch.
Yeah,
this
5
week, too.
touchdowns.
Yeah, Pat had 5 TDs. Devontae Adams had 3 touchdowns, 7
Devontae
receptions.
Adams got a touchdown already tonight.
I don't want to hear it.
And Russell Wilson, 261, 4 touchdowns. Now, these are your duds. If you had them on fantasy, you probably didn't do too well this week. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 21 rushing yards. Standard scoring, that would have been 6 points.
I got one of them.
Tyler Lockett,
I got Jonathan Taylor.
Adam Thielen, Jonathan Taylor, and Amari Cooper. Amari's almost on there every week.
Cooper, didn't he get paid? Everybody got paid.
Everybody got paid, and they
Everybody
went
got paid
fishing.
today.
But the guy that got a career-threatening
Look,
injury.
we're done with Cowboy segment, okay? We're done. We're done.
You run from
now,
that, though.
I ain't running with trash. You don't talk about trash too long. Our fans want to hear about relevant teams. So
I can't let Ball do his team like that now.
if the playoffs started today,
Golly.
this is what it would look like. In the AFC, the number 1 seed would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your 2 seed would be Tennessee. They would be going up against the Colts. The 3 seed would be Kansas City going up against the Browns. And your 4th seed would be Buffalo going up against the Ravens. In the NFC, the number 1 seed right now would be Green Bay. Your number 2 seed would be the Seahawks. Number 3 would be Tampa Bay. Number 4 would be the Eagles. Seahawks would be going up against the Rams. Bucks against the Cardinals.
The Saints
and
not in the
Eagles
playoff picture?
against the Bears. No, not yet. They got to win that division, man. They got to win that division. They
look
really
disappointed.
do.
We already beat the Bucks. It's gonna happen again. It's all good. That's gonna change.
So we talk about my Pats all you want. Y'all lose this game this week, you're going to go further down.
Let's get into our
Only
picks.
thing
real
you
quick.
gonna get out this
our
season.
division tough. I don't know
Only
about y'all.
thing you're going to get out this season is a bad draft pick.
Our division tough. I don't know about y'all's.
Let's
You say
get-
we got the goat in our division. You
Week
say,
9 picks.
I
I
don't
think
need
I
it.
got it down this week. I got it down. Fur kind of move over a little bit. I don't want the
Yeah,
picks to
this
cover
way.
you up. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right. We got San Fran versus Green Bay. That's going on right now, so we're not going to pick that one. We got the Falcons
Why you can't
versus
pick
the
it?
Broncos. I mean, because it's
Okay.
already going on. It's like if they up, it don't really pay to pick it.
Okay, so they
I still pick Green Bay.
So
anyway.
San
They-
Francisco hosts
San
Green Bay?
San Francisco all beat up.
Yeah.
Kittle
Falcons
out for the
hosting the
year.
Broncos.
Yep.
Okay.
Falcons hosting Broncos.
Yep.
Do we get to make a pick?
Oh, yeah.
I pick Atlanta by
So
2 touchdowns.
we're not picking the night game? I pick Green Bay anyway.
Yeah, I pick Green Bay.
I mean, if y'all want to.
And then
San
the
Francisco all
Falcons
beat up.
Broncos.
Green Bay.
Yeah, it's Green Bay, I figure. Falcons Broncos, I'm taking Falcons at home.
I'm taking Falcons with that, too. I'm taking Falcons with that. Even though Denver had a good win last week at the end. At the end, Drew Lock.
Yeah, it came
throwing that
back, man. It
touchdown.
came back.
Came back. So don't sleep on
I
Denver.
didn't think they would have beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
Huh? Chargers, yeah.
Lock look all right.
Buffalo, Seahawks. Seahawks are at Buffalo.
That's gonna be a good one, yeah.
Yeah, supposed might be cold and snow and Russell Wilson. I'm still gonna lean toward the Seahawks. I think Jamal Adams come back this week. They said
Yeah,
he look
he
real
is.
Oh,
healthy.
he do.
He practiced all week.
That was,
And
that
then
was
the,
swing. I go
and-
Seattle with that one.
Seahawks
and
up.
Lock-
Dunlap. He's playing this week too.
And no, he's not gonna be activated till next week.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I think that's what I heard. And Lockett and Metcalf been playing real good since the Antonio Brown rumors.
Yeah.
Keep your spot.
Yeah, for real.
Keep my
Lockett
spot.
went off 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Tennessee, Chicago. Chicago is at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
I don't think neither one of them teams gonna be able to score.
Oh yeah.
I think Derrick Henry going to run
Tennessee.
stupid. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee. Colts, Ravens. Ravens are at the Colts.
We bounce back.
I like the Ravens.
We bounce back.
Yeah, I think y'all bounce back too. You got the Panthers at Kansas City. Kansas City.
Is McCaffrey back this week?
Yeah, he back.
Mm-hmm.
He look good too. I heard he look good.
I'm gonna take Davis.
I'm gonna take the
out.
underdog. I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one.
You taking Panthers?
Yeah.
NFC South.
I take the look him.
At Kansas City?
I'm taking Kansas City because Mahomes in a rhythm right now.
I'm gonna take the underdog right here.
Mahomes
Because
in a rhythm
McCaffrey
right now.
is a game changer.
PM 15. I'm taking PM 15.
And
I don't know
honestly,
if they can outscore him though.
No.
I think they're gonna be kind of cautious with
man,
McCaffrey.
I'm going underdog right here.
We got the Lions at the Vikings.
Minnesota. I go Minnesota.
I think
Vikings just had a good win against Green Bay.
Matt Stafford on the COVID.
I think he's on the list. I think
Vikings.
But I mean, he don't have COVID.
Yeah, his wife said none of them have it, but they're on the reserve list.
He test positive. I mean, negative for like 4 or 5 days.
He got 3 more days, so he probably play though.
So if he tests positive all the way through Saturday, I think he can play.
I'm taking Vikings. We got the Giants at the Washington football team.
Ooh, the Toilet Bowl. Cool. And Ryan, y'all ain't beat none of them boys. We're gonna go with the Giants right here. I'll go with the Giants.
We have beaten the Giants already. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
I like the Redskins though. I like their front line and Chase Young.
The Redskins. Who's that?
I mean the Washington football team.
Oh man,
I got it right the first
he
time.
Did it.
I got it right the first time, boy. I'm gonna have people outside the studio looking for me. I'm
He
sorry,
apologized.
Oh.
He didn't know no better.
So did y'all pick?
I'm taking.
I go Giants. Yeah.
I'm taking Washington.
Okay, we got the Texans at Jacksonville.
Shoot, some more trash.
Texas.
I'm gonna go Houston.
They switching from Minshew this week. I heard.
Oh,
To
they
who?
definitely Texans.
Some
Texans.
other dude I can't pronounce his name.
Lord have mercy.
We got the Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers got to get one of these wins here.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking Chargers.
Yeah, I'll go with Chargers here to get a scrappy win.
I think it'll be a shootout.
Yeah, I think so too.
Justin Herbert is
That
nice.
Herbert got a big.
I just like the Raiders though.
man.
I like the
That boy got a
Raiders. I
big
like the
arm.
Raiders. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I seen somebody throw a ball before, and that boy can throw a ball.
Pittsburgh at Dallas.
Pittsburgh remains
Pittsburgh.
undefeated.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I'm
Say
taking
it with your
Pittsburgh.
chest.
Say it with your chest. Say that loud and proud, boy.
I'm taking
Who
Pittsburgh.
you got?
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Next,
Dolphins at Cardinals. I gotta keep it real, man.
I'm taking Cardinals. at
Arizona.
home. Arizona at home.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tua, man.
No, you
Tua time.
Boy, Tua threw for
Lord.
98 yards.
That's his
last week.
first game. Y'all so hard on people, man. Come on, man.
Man, it's a professional, man. What I gotta give him
That's
some
his
slack for?
first game.
So?
Okay, the second game.
LeBron
once he
first
get the
game always had a
rhythm.
triple-double.
Anyway, he slipped LeBron into the conversation. Saints at Bucks.
He tried it.
Saints at Bucks.
Saints
Bucks.
by 4.
I got the Bucks.
Saints by 4.
The Buccaneers.
Of course.
Damn them ain'ts.
You say you keep it real, but you gon'
Oh, I'm
whatever.
taking the I'm
Whatever.
taking Bucks.
Whatever.
Patriots at Jets. Pats.
I'm gonna go with the underdog Jets right here. Man, the favorite Jets. I'm sorry.
Really?
not that's hating.
Oh,
That's
really?
hating.
You see, that's cool, huh?
That's hating.
Wow.
Before we get out of here on football, the 49ers traded Quan Alexander
And that's
to the
why
Saints
they're gonna beat the Bucks right here.
for Kiko Alonso in a 5th round pick. The 49ers, we were just talking about them earlier. Everybody's hurt. Either they're hurt with injuries or they're out with COVID.
No running back, no defensive players, no tight end.
Debo
Lord
Mostert.
mercy.
The latest in the injury line is Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle. They're going to be out for at least 6 weeks. And
That's playoffs.
one more big injury. We didn't get into this. Ronnie Stanley,
Yeah, his
left
leg.
tackle.
Yeah.
He's out for the season.
Yeah, that was big too.
Yeah, I saw
And
that
that's
play.
the left tackle. That's
He was
kind
a
of
big
big.
boy,
Rolled
and
up on
that was it was brutal.
So that's the NFL, y'all. We about to go ahead and hop into college, get into these college scores from over the weekend. Number 10, Florida, beating Missouri, 41-17.
Shout out to the Gators, man.
Had SMU, number 22 in the country, they're 6-1. They beat Navy 51-37. Texas A&M, they're number 8 in the country, 4-1. They beat Arkansas 42-31. You had Virginia pulling off the upset over number 15 North Carolina 44-41. Oklahoma blew out Texas Tech 62-28.
62.
BYU, they're 7-0, 11 ranked in the country. They beat Western Kentucky, of course, 41-10.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, Western Kentucky. Come on, man.
High school.
Notre Dame 6-0. They beat Georgia Tech 31-13. They have a big matchup coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Indiana 2-0, number 17 in the country. They beat Rutgers 37-21. You had Texas pulling off the upset over Oklahoma State 41-34. Boise State beating Air Force 49-30. Number 2 Alabama, they're 6-0. They skunked Mississippi State 41-0. Ohio State, their second game of the season, they're 2-0. They beat Penn State 38-25. And the last of the college scores that we got Clemson with their backup quarterback. They beat Boston College 34-28. This was actually a close game in the first half.
They saving Trevor for them Cowboys.
Either that or just one of them, man. We're going to see. Kansas State beat West Virginia. No, West Virginia beat Kansas State. Upset 37-10. Iowa State beating Kansas 52-22. Michigan losing to Michigan State 27-24. Harbaugh's going to be out of there in a little while.
Oh, man.
Georgia, number 5, they beat Kentucky, but it wasn't a pretty win, 14-3.
I know. They're not ready for us.
Yeah, Cincinnati,
They're not ready.
number 7 in the country, they beat Memphis 49-10, and you got Coastal Carolina. They skunked Georgia State 51-0. And with that being said, this is your top 25 AP poll. I'm going to just rattle off the top 10. Your number 10 team is Wisconsin. Number 9 is BYU. Number 8 is Florida. Number 7 is Texas A&M. Number 6 is Cincinnati. Number 5 is Georgia. Number 4 is Notre Dame. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 2, Alabama. And number 1 is Clemson.
This top
Y'all
25
thoughts?
don't look
Y'all
right
thoughts?
without LSU.
I don't think my
it's
Gators
right.
high enough on the list, but we're going to make our way back to the top.
Well, speaking of the Gators, let's get into what y'all did this weekend, Waylon. Y'all
We rolled over
41-17.
Missouri.
Handle y'all business.
Rolled over Missouri. That's
Speak
what
on
we
it.
did. And I want to remind everybody around these Southern Louisiana parts.
Remind them. Remind them.
This is the Missouri team that beat LSU the first week of the season on a freshman, red shirt freshman. Go back and listen to Reggie F. Baby's take on
It's
their
so
game.
good with nobody interrupting you. You just
Yep,
get to
go listen to his take on the game. But this Missouri team that put up almost 600 yards of offense on LSU, that's who we beat. So let me break it down. Kyle Trask, 345 yards, 4 TDs. That's the quarterback for the Gators. And I want y'all to remember this name, Kadarius Toney, though, on Real Talk. Kadarius Toney. He's like number 1 for us. This boy was kick returning. He ran for a touchdown. He caught 2 touchdowns. He was running kicks back, and he got a motor on him. He's just an athlete, so I don't even think he got a position. But he like a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
we was playing him like a Tyreek Hill, so better remember that name. But most of all, we held that quarterback that threw all over LSU to like 200 yards.
He ain't gonna
and
miss
the
out
whole
on
Oh, he
offense,
getting it in, bro.
I think the leading rusher had 36 yards, and the quarterback had 32 yards. But it's a couple of them had negative 15 yards, negative 16 yards. So they probably totaled 240 yards of offense.
Yeah, Missouri high school that was?
That's the one that beat LSU the first week of the season and put up almost 50 points.
Yeah.
Well, just to give a preview of y'all next opponent, because this is a big game. You got number 5 Georgia, number 8 Florida.
Might be one of the biggest games in the SEC this year.
According to ESPN
y'all about to
Football
lose.
Power Index, they're favoring Georgia 63.8%
Where
to
did you find
36.2. No, that's ESPN.
That's the ESPN.
I just wanted to
Y'all
put that
love
up
some
there
ESPN.
just to say what the country. That really doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it
Because
showed
as we
them.
can see,
That don't mean
polls
anything.
nowadays don't really mean too
Wow,
much.
why not?
Polls.
What?
Are you keeping
That's a
up
whole
with what's
nother
going
level.
on?
That's a
Yeah.
whole nother level. Man, but anyway, Gators, Georgia this weekend, man.
2:30
Big time
CBS,
game.
man.
It's gonna decide the SEC East and who gonna be playing against probably Bama. Since ain't nothing else over there to fight with in the West.
He ain't missing an opportunity.
LSU over the weekend, 48-11.
Speak
Skip.
on the LSU
Auburn.
fan.
Skip.
To Auburn.
Skip.
Is that all we're going to say on it?
I'm going to just say we got to do better.
Yeah.
With the young guys.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. It's not the same team from last year. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about, what's wrong with LSU? Y'all lost,
you don't compare that. Yeah,
y'all lost 30 players almost.
You don't compare that.
I mean, they're young. It's going to take time. That team last year, that was an all-time great single season.
We tanking like the Cowboys.
You tanking in college?
You don't tank in college.
You're taking in college.
Y'all get the best of the best recruits.
Hey.
Everybody on y'all bench still 3-star.
Hey. We tanking like the Cowboys. Sound good.
Oh, Lord. No, it don't
I mean, what's
sound
the answer
good.
about the defense, man? Y'all defense is really horrible.
We got a few NFL ready players that sat out, just like the Patriots got a few ready players that sat out.
We were starters. We sat out.
I thought we wasn't going to get into LSU like that. I thought we wasn't going to get into them like that. I thought we was going to move it on.
That's good. I just wanted to see what the problem was. The defense.
It's not a good year for
Heisman
nobody.
Watch. We got the Heisman Watch. Our first time touching on potential Heisman candidates: Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Najee Harris.
For Christmas, Ryan wanted Trevor Lawrence jersey, y'all.
Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields? I'll take Justin Fields. Because the way they projecting us right now, we probably going to have a 4 or 5. Trevor going number 1. Jets probably ain't going to win the game. So we probably end up getting Justin Fields. I'll take Justin. Junk for Justin. There you go.
Wow.
Junk it for Justin, baby. Let's
Junk
go.
for Justin and hit a split.
Now, this is what...
but what is wrong with Dak Prescott?
Nothing wrong with Dak, but I mean...
You don't want Dak no more.
I mean, hey, bro. Dak coming back from a brutal injury and Justin
and
Fields...
a heartbreak.
He a higher prospect. It is what it is. It's football, man.
Wow.
It is what it is, man. You move on, you go get. Because I know if the Patriots had a chance to go get Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence, they taking him. I know that.
We ain't got Dak Prescott.
Yeah, but Dak, we don't even know if Dak whole leg turned backwards.
Y'all just go get one of them boys, and Bill gonna do what he do and go get Dak.
Okay, we're gonna see.
We take.
We're gonna see how that's working out for you. We still on NFL. We supposed to be talking about college. Let me see.
Come on home, Dak.
UL, they game stats. We gonna give the stupid ball. We're gonna give the whole town team some love right here because we're going way over right now. Raging Cajuns 5-1.
No, we're not.
They beat Texas State. Yeah, by my clock we is.
Oh, we good.
They beat Texas State 44-34. You had Levi Lewis with 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had a good day, 300 yards passing. Ragus, 19 carries, 131, 3 touchdowns. And you had 3 receptions for the wide receiver Williams. They pretty much handled their business against Texas State. They're looking good, 5-1, leading the Sun Belt right now.
Yeah, leading the Sun Belt at 3-1. So next opponent is Arkansas State, which they're coming into the game overall 3-4. In conference play, they're 1-3. So you should be the favorite to take that one and move up to 3-1 in conference play and 6-1 overall, man. So
shout out to the Raging Cajuns, man.
Yeah, man, having a good season, 5-1. Hopefully get a good bowl game.
Yep.
Let's get in the boxing now. Big fight we had over the weekend. I'm going to give everybody the setup. The tail of the tape. This is the fight we had over the weekend. You had Gervonta Davis with 23-0, 22 knockouts, and you had Leo Santa Cruz. He was 37-1-1, 19 KOs. And they were fighting for the super featherweight and the lightweight world championship. And this one was over in the 6th. If you checked it out, 6-round knockout. The uppercut was vicious. He hit him with it, and that was pretty much
strong, man. He a little man, but he's strong.
I was out of town. I didn't get to watch it, but somebody sent me the highlight of that round 6.
That was me.
KO
and honestly,
it was nasty.
It was a good fight, y'all.
That's what it
started,
looked like.
It started good. That dude Cruz, he came in and was actually landing some good shots.
Yeah, well, Cruz is a fighter. He gonna swing back.
He was landing some good shots. I mean, at some points, they had the crowd like, oh, Lord, Davis better, get it together or it's just not going to end the way everybody thought it was. But Davis just weathered the storm, waited for his moment, man, and all it takes is one. With that dude, is obviously he got all the knockouts.
Davis hit him with some good shots throughout the fight.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
you could have. They had a slippage at the beginning. Cruz had hit him, but he wound up tripping him too, but it didn't count as a knockdown. But, I mean, it was good.
It did count as a knockdown?
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
Nah.
Florida's grooming them well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and really Floyd was even in the dude corner, had maybe like in the 3rd round or something like that. I think Davis had a good round. Floyd got up on the stairs and was like literally hanging over the ropes, hugging him like,
Floyd know he got
whatever
one.
he was saying,
Floyd
but he was
he
like,
got one.
he know he got a a gym, so
he knew he got
he
one.
ain't letting that one slip.
It was heavy promotion all that week. Floyd was all the
Floyd
sports
didn't
shows.
even have a chair. Like Floyd stood up on the side the whole fight because they got that angle where that he was up, like pulling down his mask, hollering, and like coaching from the.
So
from
what
the
that
side,
put? That put Gervonta at 23-0 or 24-0. I know he only one decision. I think it's 23 and 2,
it should be 24 now.
Yeah, he's gonna be 24-0.
24-0.
24-0. 23 knockouts.
23 knockouts.
Yeah.
So pound for pound, is he the best fighter?
I don't know. I don't even know.
He ain't nowhere close to Crawford weight, is it? Because him and Crawford would just be
See,
awesome
I don't know
fight.
much about the boxing. I know they got
I think
all kinds of
Crawford
different.
pound for pound probably the best.
That Crawford is for me right now. I mean, everybody. I heard Floyd. Somebody asked Floyd that the other day. I think Stephen A. and Floyd said Canelo. But
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
did
say
say
right
that.
now.
They same weight class? Ooh.
No, not Crawford.
Crawford has a fight coming up in 3 weeks. We'll
I
preview
mean, pound
that.
for pound, he said
okay.
Canelo
Oh,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
best,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I like Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford has a fight coming up pretty soon.
He do?
Yeah, I'll get some. We'll preview that the closer as we get to it.
Pretty soon.
Pher, your boy,
Oh, yeah,
Anderson Silva.
Hey, bro. Father Time is undefeated. That's what I'm gonna say about this one.
Yeah,
Father Time is undefeated.
but I like what
Shout out
happened.
Anderson Silva, man. This dude is my reason that I watched UFC. Like I didn't know a lot about UFC at all, and just from highlights and word of mouth, then YouTubing and seeing this striker who was efficient.
I've been knowing that name a long time. How long he been in the game?
Since
Long time,
06.
huh?
I remember
way
6 for sure.
True.
And just dominant over like 14 title defenses. It was crazy. He's an all-time great. He is arguably one of the best fighters ever.
What was this fight like? Was it any good or?
Nah, he picked his spots here and there, but man, it's just when you get to that third round, he didn't look too.
That's what I'm telling people,
looked a
man.
little
When you
gas
get
and,
older, I mean, the licks they
especially-
not gonna hurt as much.
He's not as
And that's what
powerful.
you're gonna
I
see
mean,
with this Tyson and Roy Jones thing. I'm telling you.
What I
yeah.
like most about it was at the end the respect that Hall paid
Oh,
to
yeah, you
Anderson
got to.
Silva.
You have
They
to.
both got
You
on their
have to.
knees, they prayed together and whatnot. And he
Yeah, you
actually
have
cried
to.
and told him that I'm sorry. You know,
Yeah.
that's
He had to beat him.
I guess, or
Yeah, I
just
guess
saying that
he
he's
just-
sorry because that was his last fight. And I guess
Yeah.
to go out like that, and that was somebody.
That's just much respect, like crazy.
Oh, everybody
like,
knew that was gonna be Silva last fight.
No, he
Oh,
said
yeah.
he was. He said he
before
done.
the fight he done.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
everybody knew it was the
yeah.
last.
And Hall
when he-
probably looked up to Silva, whatnot. And,
Oh, you have
know,
to, man.
You
You
putting
have
out
to.
your
Beat you
mentor,
up.
you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
putting
I'm
down
still
your
gonna go out there and compete. I ain't gonna
Oh,
let you
Wade
beat
have
me.
no
but-
heart,
I
none.
mean, you can't let him, man.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
it's respect, but I'm not about to let you beat me, man.
Yeah,
No, but that's at the
Talking
end of the
about
fight,
it.
though.
No.
Once it's all said and done, and the conclusion has been, you know,
Yeah, we gonna
that's
talk about it after that. I go
That's
buy
it.
you a beer or something. But other than that, we got.
But yeah, man,
deal with him in that ring.
it's crazy because in the last 2 weeks, the UFC lost 2 of the greatest players. You had last week,
Yeah,
Khabib
Khabib.
retired suddenly.
So Khabib really gone.
Yeah, he
You know,
gone.
He's
He
not
said
coming back.
He
He
said
said
his
without
dad
his
ain't
dad,
there.
man, it's just
He ain't doing it.
he don't have that fight no more.
That hunger,
I mean,
that heart for it
and
no more.
he did what he had to do. He don't owe nobody nothing. The same with Silva, man.
So
Silva,
somebody dad passed, and he just didn't have the heart to do it no more, huh, Pher?
Yeah.
Silva didn't
Come on,
have
Pher.
nothing
People go
else to
play
prove.
baseball.
You know,
Some people find other ways to cope.
I cannot believe this.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
cannot
just
believe
sometimes
this.
you have some life-changing things that really happen to you, and it just take you away from the sport for a little while.
Well, maybe Khabib will come back.
You know. And then,
don't know.
I'm just letting
And,
the audience know.
wonder if
I'm
it
throwing
gets
that for
out.
Pher for our Jordan LeBron debate.
much
He
respect-
know what I'm talking
much
about.
respect to Anderson Silva, one of the greatest to ever do this.
Shout out to Silva.
If you
Yeah,
know
shout out,
UFC, if you're a UFC fan, if you're an MMA fan, if you're a combat fighting fan, you know of Anderson Silva and you know what he brought to the game from a person's perspective, you know, a foreigner really in taking over. And it's just, like I said, in the last 2 weeks, UFC took 2 big losses, man. Some names you'll miss.
Yeah.
And
And me, I hadn't even kept up with UFC, and I
Do
knew
they have
what
any
Anderson
good people
Silva
that's gonna
was.
replace them names, or is UFC just finna be down for a little bit?
Nah, UFC's still up, man.
You got Dustin?
You still John Jones still there, Conor still there. You got
Is John
Dustin
Jones
still
gonna
there.
fight?
John Jones ain't fighting nobody.
When he gonna fight?
Nah, but hey, man, don't let him do what he want to do.
When he gonna fight
He's
somebody?
still up there pound for pound. It don't matter, man.
I wanna
Not a lot of
see
people
him.
want to fight him. Israel Adesanya still there. Y'all know who that is.
Yeah.
And
I know him.
did hear. I know you asked a while back. He don't want to bump up to 205 to fight John Jones.
Oh,
he don't
so
want to
is
bump
he
that
the
weight
one that
up.
want to go up?
Yeah.
John can't come down.
I don't think he would.
Oh well, both of them scared. None of them glad.
Well, it kind of seemed like you would have to
One
go
scared,
up to
one
John
glad.
Jones
Yeah,
when
but
he was a champ.
man, that weight changing in the UFC, that's hard, man. Like, that's hard, dude.
We got some fights this weekend, Pher.
What you got to eat? A couple more
just a fight night.
sandwiches.
Go over to Sharon Santiago, I think. Look at this dude here.
Wailing throwing subs.
He don't miss. He don't miss, boy.
I'm gonna get on you
miss.
some potato diets.
Fight night.
Yeah, fight night 255. I'm sorry, not 255. Just fight night on ESPN.
That's the ones like on Friday night.
Yeah, no, it's Saturday still.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, go over to Sharon Tiago Santos. Two good fighters. Just a main event, no belt included in here. Just two light heavyweights getting it in. We do have a UFC coming up, which is 255, which is on the 21st. So we'll get into that like next week or something.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks, we're really going to break down Tyson and Jones because that's November
that's
the 28th.
Weekend, right? 21st?
No, 28th.
28th. Oh, the weekend.
last
Last
weekend.
Yeah, the last
Thanksgiving
weekend, right after
All
Thanksgiving.
right, Thanksgiving weekend.
Because they had a press conference and
Was it a virtual one or something?
yeah,
What
virtual
y'all
one.
expect out of this thing?
The one when Tyson was sitting on the couch.
Yeah, and Roy he had something behind him, like some promo poster behind him or whatnot. What did I expect from it? I really don't know, Pher.
Well, I was listening at it, Ryan, and you remember when you was listening, you was reading what Roy said.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded like they all gonna be wearing headgear. Cause
Well,
Raw was like, man, y'all think I'm gonna get in the ring with the best fighter of all time with no headgear, with no gear, and that's what you heard the part when he said no gear, 12 rounds. No, it ain't gonna be no 12-round exhibition. He said, yeah, that's what he was saying.
I heard during that they weren't going. I don't know. I heard they weren't going to have it.
Tyson said that they was gonna have it, and Raw was like, he'd be crazy to get in there with no gear, go 12 rounds.
Oh yeah, they should have
with an
headgear.
animal like that.
They should have headgear unless they. I mean, it's gonna be
I
crazy.
don't know how much the purse gonna be, but
I don't know what to expect from this
because
thing. I guess
they
I'll
start
wait and see.
gaining some steam with the revenue. So
And they got a nice little undercard. They got like I want to say 5 other fights
I
going
looked
on.
at it. I didn't know none of them guys.
Me neither.
No, me neither.
I don't know.
I mean,
But
Is that really Nate Robinson though? Is that Nate Robinson fighting?
that's what somebody
else
said.
named that, huh?
Oh, I'm about to say that.
Does Nate fight? I think Nate does do some type of fighting.
And
Something.
they-
Nate got to
yeah,
make some
I
money
seen-
somewhere,
I know they
man.
supposed to have
seen
some
it, heard it.
entertainment, like I
Nate
think
Robinson,
maybe
former
like some
slam dunk
concert
champion.
type
For
of
y'all
stuff.
don't know who we talking about, former slam dunk champion or whatnot.
I think it's supposed to be some kind of concert type of stuff too before all of this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be a bunch of entertainment. They made a big deal out of it.
It's gonna be more like an event than
big
actually a
event,
boxing match. If you're watching that thinking you're gonna see some real
Some competition and some.
I don't
it's-
see that.
It'll be something to watch on the weekend.
It's something like Floyd and Connor was. They're gonna have drinks afterwards and go eat, go to the club, whatever.
That's not what that was. Them boys trying to fight.
Connor was trying to make a name for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to make a name for himself, but at the end of the day,
He's still
everybody
trying to
knew
fight
Connor wasn't
Pacquiao.
gonna win that. Everybody knew that. By the 6th round, he was out of gas. He was done, and Floyd knew that too. But he
Well,
made his money though,
hey,
because
now-
now Connor making whiskey.
Now it's time for Floyd to get in the octagon.
Proper
baby.
number 12.
Y'all think Floyd getting in an octagon?
Oh hell no!
Oh, man.
Why? You just seen it with this little top hat with Gervonta. I got this fighter. I can promote whenever I want to. Plus, I'm rich, and then my daughter with NBA YoungBoy. Like, come on, man! I ain't even starting with that.
Look at this.
Like, I'm a superstar. I'm a celebrity. Why am I gonna mess up my face for what?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's way ahead, but I want to mention Dustin and McGregor. I don't think we mentioned this. Agreed to fight each other
yeah, January.
in January. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Connor had tweeted something out about it, and we had put it on not
so
too long
they
ago.
approved that. Yeah.
That's gonna be big though. That's
That'd be
that's
something
a
good
big
to
one.
look forward to start the new year.
Because you got Connor making proper number 12, and Dustin is in the ring.
Why are you so
I don't know, because
infatuated
I
with
like
this
the
guy
commercial.
whiskey?
I like the commercial.
God.
Proper number 12.
You need to go get you some proper number 12.
For real for my Cowboys.
Whiskey
Huh?
and knock you on your tail.
With that being said, we're getting ready to wrap this up. Be sure to check us out. We're on a lot of platforms. We're on Instagram, The Division Podcast.
Shout
Check
out
out
to the division.
our Facebook page. I have a version of it right here, The Division Podcast. You can check out old episodes. You can like, you can comment. We've been getting a lot of steam from our Facebook page, so go ahead and check us out. Also, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our subscribers are up. Our views, our last episode, we got up to almost 400 views just on YouTube. I believe we got up to about 400 on Facebook. We got up to 600 on Instagram. So it's a lot of love we've been getting from fans out there. We appreciate everything.
Yes, we do.
I always clap for the fans because y'all the reason why we do this. We put time and effort. We all have jobs. We all have families, but we do this for y'all. It's what we like to do, and we're glad that y'all are receptive to it. So
I'm glad we could be informative and entertaining.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because y'all just don't know how we really do it on these iPhones in this chat line, how we argue countless hours throughout the day debating everything,
all
sports,
the time.
everything.
All the time. So be sure check out those platforms. Also, if you just want to hear the audio version, we're on iTunes and Google Play. Just look for the Division Podcast, search us. And also, we're on television here in the Lafayette area, AOC. Channel 15 and 14, I believe. Check out your cable provider to find out the right channel number for you. Yeah. Check us out. Premiere episodes on Friday at 6 and repeats all throughout the week. And that's an hour, fellas.
All right.
A good one, man.
I'm Mr. Taylor.
Yeah.
Pher.
I'm Ryan G, the moderator. Reggie F. Baby's going to be in here next week, and we're going to holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Shout out to everybody that voted.